Along with me, Trump boomed, clapping Kennedy on the shoulder with a grin that suggested shared conspiracy. It was Kennedy who had amplified whispers from a handful of studies, observational ones, mostly, peering through the fog of epidemiology, suggesting a correlation between prenatal acetaminophen exposure and heightened autism risk. One 2018 study in the American Journal of Epidemiology, for instance, followed over 2,000 mother-child pairs and found that longer use of the drug during pregnancy correlated with a 20% uptick in ADHD symptoms and subtle behavioral shifts that hinted at ASD. Another, from 2021 in European Psychiatry, echoed the alarm, linking prolonged exposure to a 30% increased odds of autism diagnosis. These weren't ironclad proofs, mind you, correlation, not causation, the mantra of cautious scientists, but in the echo chamber of social media and late-night podcasts, they morphed into gospel. Trump, ever the showman, seized the narrative. "We understood a lot more than a lot of people who studied it," he declared, his eyes gleaming with the thrill of upending orthodoxy. The FDA, under McCarry's steady hand, would issue guidance to physicians, notify patients of the very increased risk, urge restraint, and pivot to alternatives where possible. It was a policy pivot dressed as protection, timed perhaps to burnish Trump's image as the outsider championing the overlooked. Yet, as the press corps scribbled furiously, the room buzzed with unspoken tensions. Autism, after all, isn't a monolith forged in a single pill. Experts like Dr. Alice Kuo from UCLA's Fielding School of Public Health have long insisted it's a tapestry woven from genetics, environmental exposures, and the unpredictable alchemy of fetal development, hundreds of genes implicated, from rare mutations to common variants, alongside factors like advanced parental age or prenatal infections. The science on Tylenol and autism is not settled, one pediatric neurologist confided off record, her voice laced with frustration. It's like blaming the rain for the flood when the river's been rising for years. To understand the stakes, rewind to the dawn of the autism epidemic, or what feels like one. In the 1980s, ASD prevalence hovered at 1 in 2,000, today, it's exploded to 1 in 36, per the CDC's latest tally. Parents, gripped by a quiet terror, sift through every choice, the air they breathed, the foods they craved, the medicines they swallowed. Enter acetaminophen, introduced in 1955 as a gentler cousin to aspirin, now a $500 million juggernaut for Johnson & Johnson spin-off Kenvue. It's in everything from cold remedies to sleep aids, a staple for the 60% of pregnant women who report using it at some point. The fear isn't abstract, it's visceral. Imagine Sarah, a composite of countless mothers, staring at her ultrasound in 2018, her son later diagnosed at age 3 with the repetitive hand flapping and sensory overloads that define ASD. "Was it the fever reducer I took for that flu?" she wonders, her voice cracking.